In the last video, like I said, I don't know what's going on, technical difficulties. However, we were discussing the youth, and aside from all the bullshit, the self-hatred, of them being abused, the bottom line is that those are our babies, those are the youth, that's our future, that's our military, that's our army. But deep down inside, at the end of the day, them young guards are hurt. Them young guards are in total pain. To have to take someone else's life to get some emotional relief because of the overwhelming fear that they have of revealing what has happened to them. And so we have to go to people, that's why I have no sympathy and no empathy and no understanding and forgiveness for motherfuckers like, Eddie Long, Malachi York, what's that motherfucker's name? That motherfucking faggot, Bambada, motherfucking sick R. Kelly. He's in that category too. Sick motherfucking niggas like that, man. That get passes. And then you have motherfuckers that defend these motherfuckers. And then you won't defend real motherfuckers that's putting in work. But you'll defend these sick motherfucking predators, man. The only one that I believe in my heart that is innocent of that type of shit is Michael Jackson. And it was the world seen that it was a complete conspiracy and setup, and then they murdered him. That's the proof, because they killed him. But the rest of these motherfuckers, when they little children 6 and 7 years old, they trust these motherfuckers because they're fatherless at the time. And these sick motherfuckers play on that shit, man. I don't know how they do it, whether they violate in the bathtub or I don't know how this shit go, but it's sick. And motherfuckers that can get aroused looking at a motherfucking little baby boy or baby girl is a sick motherfucker, man. Give a fuck what you say, man. You need to be dealt with, man. You need to be put away, man. At least. At the minimum be put away for life, but at the most, murdered, man. Castrated and destroyed, man. Cause that shit is infectious, man. That shit is contagious, man. It passes on, and now it's gotten to the point where a motherfucking kid, one of our babies that have talent, is not even allowed to embrace his talent and let his talent take him through the world of success in entertainment, sports, music, or any of that, man. That they have to subject themselves to be violated. And now in the industry, they use people that look like us to do that. And we still honor these motherfuckers. P. Diddy. We still honor these motherfuckers. R. Kelly. Jermaine Dupri. Motherfuckers that openly, Clive Davis. That these motherfuckers openly violate these babies, man, for record deals. Back in the days when Otis Redding and all Sam Cooke, they would have killed your ass for coming at them, for even coming at them or thinking about that shit. But now This shit has become common practice in sports and entertainment. You know, even when a lot of these athletes, when they, you know, Serena Williams and all, when they're getting physicals, when they're getting rubbed down, most of them are being violated without even knowing it. You know, most of these athletes, and that's why they don't, unless you have a damn near superhuman physical ability, you know, it's hard for you to even make it in the sports and entertainment world. Unless you do what T.O. did, you know, unless you do what Isaiah Thomas did. The young boy Isaiah Thomas who posed naked with a basketball on his ass and his dick on the ESPN front cover of ESPN magazine. That's sexual. That's being sexually violated. That's being violated. And look at Magic Johnson and Isaiah Thomas's son. There's no coincidence that both of them been, you know, molested and fucked over, and that's how they turned out to be. Because they seen their fathers, you know, kissing and shit before basketball games. You know, and you know, that shit is no coincidence. It's no coincidence. And both of them, you know, and Magic, you know, and see, look the mindset. Magic, I love him, you know, I'm supporting him, I'm with him if he turn into a woman and all this bullshit. You know, this is the shit that destroys the black community. This shit. You know, and then we wonder why, you know, our people are walking around so goddamn angry and mad and fucked up and confused. Look at the little 7-year-old baby, those boys in the school bathroom, elementary school bathroom, penis to penis, naked, kissing in the bathroom. When they were pulled in the office and asked, where did they see that at and where did they learn that from? They said Empire. You know, Terrence Howard and all that bullshit. But yet, we plug in and we watch Empire. You know, and with you know, we don't even want to be interrupted when we watching this shit. Something has to be done, and this is just one area. You know, you got Boyce Watkins and all them motherfuckers. You know, they talking about economics. Yeah, we need all that, but just don't focus on that. Because we cannot buy our way out of, we can't buy our way to liberation. You know, see, all that type of shit, man, has to come later on. We know how to save money. We know how to do all that economic shit because we built this goddamn country. We know how to do all that. The thing we don't know how to do is rid ourselves of fear, of racism, white supremacy, and line up and go to war with this motherfucking cracker so we can get our liberation. We keep dilly-dallying and beating around the goddamn bush and playing and want to form this group and all this old bullshit. You know, we need to have one motherfucking rally. Gather the troops, rally the motherfucking troops, and let's march to liberation. A lot of us with the understand that most of us or some of us may not make it back home. But at least you went down fighting. At least you went down fighting for your baby, fighting for your grandchildren, your great-great-great-grandchildren. Something to be proud of, man. Sacrificing your life. Being able to be embraced by the ancestors and told thank you because you laid it down. You made the sacrifice. This is what it's going to take. This is what it's going to take. If not, you're going to have more television shows for more intense sexual content. You know, same-sex sexual content. More and more is going to increase. It's going to increase. It's going to increase. Where you're gonna watch a soap opera and see somebody's penis, a man's penis going another man's ass. It's going weak. You know, these crackers are heading that way because the white man is homosexual by nature. That's in his nature. You know, I'll give you an example. Just like in prison, if you know a brother, he will fight to the end before you know he gives his ass up. You will have to you will have to kill him to violate him. But the white boy will say, you know, just don't hurt me, guys, because it's in his fucking nature. They're the ones that, you know, the Romans when they came through Kemet, you know, and they whooped the Hyksos, who were African thugs coming out of fucking Nubia. When the Romans, you know, and when they defeated the Hyksos, they brought that motherfucker, they brought that practice and that behavior with them. And now we have embraced that shit as a way to want to be all right and fit in to today's society. The ills in today's society. You know, we need to wake up. I'm telling you.
He said that the policeman is God.
Let me just take a minute. Let's deal with some Collie right quick. Get your energy up.
Saying that the policeman is God.
Hotel, Black Power.
He's judge, jury, and executor. Huh? Right on the spot. He talked about how he used to beat black men and women and Chicano brothers and sisters until he would just beat the waste out of them, beat the mess out of them. He said then you could smell the niggas and what do you do? I guess you call them the Mexicans or Chicanos. You could smell them. I mean, you could smell them stinking. He said you couldn't get into the jail for the stench coming from them. They just beat them until they urinate on themselves. Beat them until their bowels would waste all over. He said he'd grab them and just throw them down the steps. Just throw them down. And another cracker down at the other end of the steps would catch him at the other end of the steps. Kick him and beat him. You got to, I'm here to tell you that the only way you're going to stop police brutality is you got to stand up and be brutal with this damn beast. You got to step to this cracker or it will never stop. You can moan, you can groan, you can sing, you can pray, you can recite, you can claim you know all the Quran, Old Testament, all the Bible, Old Testament, New Testament, the Quran from Al-Fatiha to Al-Nas. You can know all the Medunektar. You can know Bayat, truth, justice, righteousness, harmony, balance, order, reciprocity. You can name those of the nectar system. You can go and study the Odu text and substantiate your position according to Odu. You can study the Ifa, or the word, or the Akan, or the Yoruba, and run through the pantheon of the Orisha. You can call on Olodumare. You can call on Ilekba and Shango and Obatula and Oshun and Ogun and Yemonya. You can know all of that. Unless you're willing to stand up and step to this white man, we will never get out of this condition. Frederick Douglass said the limits of a tyrant is prescribed by exactly how far you will let that tyrant go.
That's right.
He won't stop if you don't stop him. It's like any bully. The bully will keep picking on you until you get him to raise up off of you. Some of us will lose our lives. Tupac is gone already. Biggie is gone already. Many of us, Yusuf Hawkins is gone already. Many of us are already dead and we're dying every day. And while we're here in Queens tonight, black men and women and young black boys are dying at the hands of some cracker somewhere in America right now. I would rather die for a cause than to die because.
Yeah. You know, black power to brother Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. I had the pleasure of, you know, being with that brother when he was here in the physical form. Highly motivated, very disciplined brother. You know, and from all the scholars, the greatest scholar that I have ever been around was my teacher, the great Dr. Nanakwesi Esel I. He was the greatest scholar, African chief and warrior I've ever met. You know, everybody else is secondary, but Nanakwesi is first. You know, he's an ancestor now. He held the African study class for over 30 years with diabetes, fighting diabetes at the same time. And that's where my knowledge, my foundation began with him. So, you know, I'll give honor to Nanakwesi Esel I. But we heard Dr. Khalid, you know, and this is to the youth. You know, we need to embrace these brothers and sisters. We need, but mainly the brothers. We need to embrace these brothers, you know, and give them, you know, the love that they so desire. You know, because they're hurting, and we need to embrace them. You know, I do it every day, and you can do it. You don't have to even physically be among them. You can go to your altar, you know, and talk to the ancestors and send your energy through the ancestors to them. Because they're hurting, man. They're hurting. I know how it is, you know, to be, you know, locked down, you know, with no visits, being in solitary confinement for fighting white supremacy. I have personally experienced that and been there. Not eating for 3 and 4 days. You know, smelling the poison and the piss in my food from these motherfucking devils. So I know how this motherfucking cracker is. You know, I've been there. And so that's why I'm so effective with the youth. You know, but we have to be able to touch these brothers, you know, and embrace them. Stop being scared of them. You know, and that's with any species. You know, if they sense fear, they're going to capitalize on the fear. That's with any species. You know, that's just a natural instinct. You know, so you know we gotta do our part and embrace our babies. And this is for y'all, man. You know, a man, not no soft, you know, old motherfucking sissy ass hug and all that. Talking about an embrace, man. You know, where you transferring energy. You know, energy to energy, man. You know, and that's why it's so important when we greet each other, we go from left to right. You know, that's to put that energy, bring that balance. You know, put that balance in order. You know, and that's, you know, and the Queens, you know, it's you all's responsibility to bring that balance to us. So we have the meiotic balance. You know, you don't have to get naked all the time. Just sometimes your presence and hand holding can suffice for that. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. You know, but at the same time, you know, we have a lot of work to do. You know, a But like I said, we have to work on removing the fear of white supremacy out of our hearts. Once that is removed, we can go ahead and we can begin to start going in. Going in on this motherfucker. So, so the babies can be free, have liberation. Because I'll give you an example. Right now, you can't imagine yourself having your own home with a swimming pool, with your kids jumping in the water. You don't have to worry about bills or anything, or food. Everything is going great. Everything is going great. This is what we're supposed to have. They have taken from our ancestors and have parlayed on this shit. That's why they have it and we don't. And then they sprinkle it out to certain people. Certain coons and fucking buck dancers get the shit. But it's ours. That's our motherfucking wealth. And so that's why they oppress us and keep miseducating our babies. So we won't come to the understanding that the shit that y'all have is ours for real. And we fucked up. We are fucked up, but we cannot give up on our people. Can't do it. Liberation is not a fad. It's not a part-time job. This is 24 hours. Everything you do has to have a Black Power liberation twist to it. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Otherwise, it's ineffective. Because what's the opposite of black? It's white. So if you're not doing anything black, that means everything you're doing is white. There has to be some changes made, brothers and sisters. I'm beginning to reach my saturation point with a rack of shit, man. So, and I hope that, I know you have. I know those who are clear, have got a clear understanding of what I've been saying. Not only in this video clip, but the other two before this one. So, in closing, let's go ahead and, put some work in so we can get our babies back. Or realign and reassess, their mindset and program them to be black supremacists. Because that's all it takes. Program them to be black supremacists. And in closing, I'll let y'all just rock to. This is an unreleased unreleased song from our ancestor Tupac Shakur. Hotep, Black Power. Title, Show Me Another Way. Black Power.